start eating man.
Welcome back, everyone. When it comes to music, oftentimes we see in Jamaica where musicians don't protect themselves properly, and all of a sudden, boom, you hear them sung in an international ad, and then them not get no money. So let's talk about copyright and intellectual properties with JIPO's Executive Director, Lily Claire Bellamy. Good morning.
Good
ma'am.
morning.
Good morning. With such a bright personality, I don't know how you're a lawyer.
Really?
That one was
Really? Miss Bellamy, good
those are fancy
morning.
words.
I
Good
know,
morning.
right?
That one was
Good
so tiny.
morning, morning.
Yeah, no, morning.
Walk me through the process of copywriting your whatever it is, whether it's your product, your music. Walk me through that process.
All right, before I walk you through the process of copyright, let's just get a brief, because I know I don't have a lot of time with you.
Right.
A brief overview of intellectual property, because
Okay.
I think that's what we need to look at. So we have the Jamaica Intellectual Property Office was established under statute. So there's the Jamaica Intellectual Property Office Act. The Jamaica Intellectual Property Office is actually an agency of the Ministry of Industry, Commerce, Agriculture and Fisheries, because intellectual property really focuses on trade.
Right.
Okay, so when you think of trademarks,
Yeah.
and we are responsible for the registration of trademarks, geographical indications, so you
Right.
have Jamaica rum and Jamaica jerk. The most famous geographical indication perhaps in the world is champagne, and in our region there's tequila. So we have geographical indications. We have industrial designs. So you see all of what you have on, those fancy shoes,
Right.
your necklace, all of those can be protected with designs, the shape of my
Really?
glasses,
Yes.
the shape of a vehicle, what
Yes.
gives it
Ah.
this distinct.
This distinct look.
Right,
What
and
makes
so
it
if you
special.
think, right, of a Coca-Cola bottle, for example, that's a
shape of
classic.
that is Coca-Cola
Exactly.
copyrighted.
So that,
Yes.
you can protect that with a design, an industrial design. Okay, so we have those. We have geographical, and then, where in Jamaica, there's a policy towards us really using our innovative skills and protecting them, which is the key that we need to do. The protection is a critical aspect.
Okay.
So the Jamaica Intellectual Property Office facilitates your registration and protection of your intellectual property rights.
Okay.
So
And that would sum up protecting everything that you just mentioned
all
a while
exactly,
ago.
So how do I know if I have
including
something that I need to
patents.
protect?
You can come and look for us, or you can go to a private attorney
And you can
who knows
also-
about intellectual property, and they can guide you through the process. But you
And-
can
Yeah, continue.
you can also visit our website, which is www.jipo.gov.jm. So if you just put in JIPO, J-I-P-O,
Yes.
we will come up. And our website is there, and you can get information about the different types of intellectual property rights.
Okay, but for example, you feel like you have something special. I can also check that someone else doesn't have it, or they do.
Exactly.
Okay.
So you can come, and we have registers. You can get a search of the register, sorry.
Yes.
So you can search the register to find out. And also, if you have an invention and you think, you have come up with the solution.
Bright idea.
Exactly.
Ding, ding, ding.
But you need to check to make sure somebody else didn't come up with a
Right.
bright idea, because perhaps someone came up with the idea before you and they have an
Registered
invention which they have
they
patented.
registered it.
But you may have a next step in that process, so you make it even better.
Okay.
So, we never used to, not that, let me say, medication, for example.
the shoes.
If we look at one of our famous herbs, ganja,
Yes.
right? So we have medication that was
Glaucoma.
exactly. So we have Canasol and we have Asthmasol for asthma, which comes from ganja. So you had the plant, you had a traditional way of using it to treat with the disease of asthma. Well, I don't know if you know, but they would put the leaves in a bottle with alcohol,
Okay.
and then they would administer it like a medicine. And then we came up with the pharmaceutical product Asthmasol.
Okay, so it's just another step.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, right.
And you can register them differently.
They're all different rights, and I'd encourage you to come to our office where we can give you assistance, or you can go to a private attorney who knows about intellectual property rights who can help you.
Okay.
Seeing
So
as
tell
we
me.
don't have much time, can
Yeah.
we get
Get-
We're
go
going
to
to
the
go to the
copyright,
copyright
yeah.
now. Okay. So for copyright, copyright speaks to original creations, okay?
Okay.
So if either one of you come up with an original creation and you put it in a tangible format, so you have it on paper or in some medium, but it's tangible, then your copyright automatically comes into existence without you doing anything else.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, copyright is fantastic in that way. Unlike the other rights where you'd have to come to our office to register and pay a fee, with copyright it automatically comes into
So
existence.
if I sing a song, I record it, and I have a CD.
Yeah, you have copyright in it. The steps that we encourage you to do are steps that you take so that the world at large will know that this is your
Yours,
work. So,
okay.
for example, we have a Legal Deposit Act in Jamaica. And under the Legal Deposit Act, which the National Library is responsible for, you're supposed to deposit a copy of your work with the National Library.
okay.
So that's one example of proof. The National Library would have a copy of your work,
Okay.
your original work. We also have a voluntary registration system at JIPO where we give you a certificate. And this basically arose because persons would call our office and say, what do I do to protect my copyright? How do I register my copyright?
how you
and
show.
we say
You
to them,
just have a show
there's
for
no
it.
need for
Yeah, you
registration.
already have
Once
it.
it's
Put
in
them
a
on a piece of paper.
Exactly. So we facilitate it by having a voluntary registration, and we give you a certificate.
Okay.
And you know, in your promo, you said people using your work. There's one Jamaican music producer whose work was actually used in an ad, and the suggestion was made to him that they used it without his permission because they thought it was an orphan work,
Okay.
that it had no owner. Well, he came to JIPO and he deposited in our voluntary registry, got his certificates and used those certificates, and he got paid.
Right.
Whoa.
The other thing which I would encourage every single artist to do, if you're a performer, is to join a collective management organization. And the one that,
Like a union?
well, I guess that's one way of looking at it. But in Jamaica, before we became independent, we had PRS, which was out of the UK, the Performing Rights Society. We have our own collective management organizations in Jamaica, and I would encourage our artists to join the collective management organizations. JCAP is a collective management organization,
Okay.
and I'm putting on my glasses now so I can give you the telephone number,
Yes.
because I'm going to encourage persons
To join
to
this
join
union.
JCAP,
Yes.
right? You could also go to their online, and it's jcapjamaica.com, and Jamaica is written out.
Okay.
That's their website. Their telephone number is 876-948-6439.
But Ms. Bellamy, as you mentioned, JCAP and joining this organization, is that one way that persons could register their songs in terms of getting back some money or streaming?
Okay, it's
streaming sites,
not
for
registering,
example.
but when you join with JCAP, they monitor and they do for you what you can do.
Oh, so
they
do
check
they help
to
you with
see.
streaming sites? Because I know streaming is a big thing now, especially with new music and you know how things are changing rapidly. So they assist with that.
What they will do is, so for example, let's say Curly Locks. Let's say everybody's playing Curly Locks now.
Uh-huh.
So they will check to see how many times Curly Locks is played, and it's based on the use of your music that you get the royalty. So if
Okay.
nobody's using your work,
Then you're not
You're not
getting it.
then
getting
you're
the
not going to get
royalty.
any money because
Boy.
nobody using your work. But the good thing is, let's say you recorded your song from the 1970s, and then somebody else records your
Takes
song.
a sample.
Right.
Yeah, you can get something
you
from that.
earn from that. Yes,
Okay.
you do.
All right.
But it's important for you to join the Collective Management Society, because if you don't join, then
And
you're
that's the
out
only
of the
way you're
loop.
going to be able
Yeah,
to
and
do
it's like you're never too old or it's never too late to get some money.
No,
or
no, it's
something.
it's
We can
never too
always
late
get
to
that.
join. You can join.
All right, we can join Executive Director of the Jamaica Intellectual Property Office, Lily Claire Bellamy. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
That's
lots
so
of
nice
information. I
I feel like I need to go and look at what I have at home that must register.
know, we need to go register.
Yes, you should.
JIPO.
Tomorrow we can smile after this. We're going for a break. We soon come.